Hey, me and Matt here, and I'm Killer Kyle. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. Hey, me and Matt here. This is Killer Kyle, and welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is gonna be a good show.
I got Full Gear coming up tomorrow night. The card looks really good.
Yeah, I know that. All Out was a good show.
Yes.
We had debuts. We got Ruby Soho, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson.
Yep.
So Bobby Fish came in later on.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a good show. It's going to be a stat card, you know, and I think that, yeah, it's going to be fun to watch as well.
For sure.
I mean, the way they've got it going. I mean, Go Home Show, I still have to watch the rest of Dynamite, but from what I saw, it was okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
So
It's a very interesting card. Looks like it's gonna be an interesting show. There's some matches that'll definitely be very interesting to talk about. Gonna be fun, that's for sure.
oh god, yeah. Let's get to it.
Yeah, so up first we've got a 6-man tag. You've got Adam Cole and the Young Bucks against Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Christian.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. And I mean, these two teams, you look at the history between Adam Cole and the Young Bucks,
Yeah.
and, you know, of course, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega in Japan, but yeah, this is gonna be cool to see. I mean, Christian and Adam Cole wrestled in a tag team match before.
Right.
You know, seeing Adam Cole coming over to NXT, yeah, he had a taste of the WWE main roster, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, on SmackDown. Oddly enough with Bryan Danielson, but
Yes.
to see Adam Cole and Christian Cage wrestle was pretty cool. And I mean,
Yeah.
you got Jurassic Express as well. And
Yeah.
this team has definitely warranted the tag team titles at some point.
Oh
in the
yeah,
future.
hands down for sure.
But this is going to be a good match.
Oh yeah. You got the fast-paced style of the Young Bucks. You've got even kind of Adam has a fast pace himself. The muscle of Luchasaurus, the all-around everything style of Jungle Boy, and just the veteran experience of Christian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this is going to be a good match, too. But I think that we're going to see the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Adam Cole, baby! Pull it off.
Something gives me the feeling, though, that Kenny Omega was kicked out. Well, I'll say kicked out of the Elite because the last couple weeks we've seen him on his own.
That's true.
Maybe, I don't know, Adam thought that the Elite needed to be more dangerous, more violent, more
Yeah.
extremely violent people, whatever the case be. And so it's the Super Elite, right? With Cole and the Young Bucks. I don't know if we'd be trying to put Kenny Omega and the role of like a babyface, but we'll talk about that when we get to the main event match. But yeah, definitely an interesting dynamic as to like, okay, you have Kenny on his own and him as a solo competitor. That's all well and good, but as far as like why he would be exiled from the Elite,
Yeah.
kind of doesn't make much sense, but
I think another reason why Adam Cole is one of my favorite wrestlers is you look at his career in a stable, you know, him either in the Kingdom or the Bullet Club or the Undisputed Era or even right now.
yeah,
He's very dominant and
it fits.
it fits. He's quite the leader, I believe. And you look at the fact that the brutal beatdown of the Young Bucks and Adam Cole beating the shit out of Christian Cage,
Yeah,
you know, and of course, no, maybe it was Jungle Boy. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
I think it might have been Jungle Boy.
Yeah. But it fits, and
Yeah.
I think that you're gonna see Adam Cole in a title picture at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
He'll definitely have a title at some point.
but at the same time, Christian Cage is a veteran, and so I mean, you could see him easily as a champion too.
Oh, yeah.
And he was already the Impact champion.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time before you get to see him with the AEW title.
Oh yeah.
Sooner than later, hopefully, but whatever.
Well, I think he'll definitely have at least a shot at the AEW World Championship. Whether he'll win it or not, who knows, but I'm sure he'll have a shot at the title
Oh god, yeah.
at some point. And even, you know, hopefully before Christian decides, well, I was going to say before he decides to retire again, but he may, I think he's still got quite a number of years left in him.
Yeah, that's the thing, and he does. And even looking at what he did, yeah, WWE, he didn't hold the world title for that long.
No.
But you go to Impact, and yeah, of course, he was recently the Impact champion. But the NWA champion,
Yeah.
I think he was the TNA champion, I'm not quite sure, I have to look at that again.
Right.
You know, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy definitely are due for the tag team titles.
Very much so.
I think I said that already, whatever. But I still think the Super Elite's gonna win.
Yeah. I think I'll go with the Super Elite myself. Like, with what happened this past Wednesday, well, I mean, it seems to be AEW is good at keeping everybody guessing. So, I mean, yes, there was the big melee brawl on Dynamite, and it seemed to be that Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Christian got the upper hand, especially with the concerto to
Yes.
Adam Cole. So you kind of lean towards that team winning, Jurassic Express and Christian.
I kind of forgot about that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it could also go the other way, so, but I'll just go with the Super Elite for, just to put it out there.
I mean, I never had imagined that Christian would use the concerto in AEW.
Yeah, exactly.
Let alone the spear. So he's got that connection with Edge
Oh, yeah.
still.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying, well, it would be cool if Adam Copeland would make an appearance on AEW. But then again, there's a lot of people that think that Mark Calloway is going to finally get that match with Sting. The only time will tell.
Maybe.
I don't think it would happen.
No.
But it's going to be a really good match for sure.
Oh, yeah. Very sure.
this match, oh my god. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston.
Yeah. Now, it seems to be these two have had quite a storied history with each other, going back to, I don't know what year, I'll say maybe early 2000s or sooner, with IWA Mid-South Wrestling promotion that they were both a part of. And one thing that was, I saw a quick snippet of, there's more of it on Dynamite, but I just saw a quick little bit of it with the altercation with Punk and Kingston on Rampage, and Kingston flat out said, "Nobody wants you here." The rest of the locker room was afraid to say it, I'm not. And it's like, that's intriguing. Now, I don't know really if that's the feeling of the locker room as far as Punk is concerned, but it just, Kingston for some reason has this strong, you could basically say hatred for Punk.
Yeah.
Not exactly, like, would have to maybe watch the clip of that segment with Punk and Kingston on Rampage just to get more of a backstory as to the animosity on Kingston's part. So, but yeah, there seems to be some, well, there's a very strong dislike on the part of Kingston. I don't know Punk's feelings of Kingston, but it just seems to be there's that animosity there. Well, seems pretty one-sided, but
Yeah, I think, you look at two polar opposites. CM Punk is the straight edge savior of the masses, or whatever the fuck he was called, I don't know. And then you have Eddie Kingston, who's basically one of those guys that drink beer, smoke cigarettes, and are basically living that lifestyle that you would see in, like, Japan or so on.
yeah.
And so you got these two worlds collide. I don't know why Eddie Kingston hates Phil Brooks.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a good match too. And I think CM Punk, although I don't like the fact that he's not wrestling on Dynamite, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
You have a guy like Phil Brooks coming in to AEW, and it was great. It's great to see him in the ring once again. And it's one thing to take shots at the pharma company you're at, and that's fine and good. But you telling me that you can't have a match or two on Dynamite, all you do is you go out into the ring, you grab the microphone, and you're talking about Philly cheesesteaks and fucking, hey, and wherever the fuck we are, and just talking about fighting on Rampage, and that's fine. You want to hype up the match on Rampage, that's fine. But at least have a match on Dynamite. And I know he's probably had one or two matches on Dynamite. I'm probably, whatever. The point the fact of the matter is, a lot of the wrestlers on AEW have wrestled on TV. Well, can't wrestle on TV. You gotta watch me on the internet. Yeah, it's like, you're not a fucking attraction. No. You are a guy that had sour grapes in another business, and you're coming back. Well, first of all, your shitty MMA career, whatever the hell that was, but then you come back and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go in and talk, and then I'm gonna go on Rampage and have a match. Granted, he's had some really good matches on Rampage, and you talk about All Out, you're gonna talk about this match with Eddie Kingston, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It just really irritates me that you have to make people wait to see you wrestle.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe it's a nitpick, but it's an opinion that it's frustrating to no end, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I will say this, I think CM Punk's gonna win.
I have a feeling Punk's gonna win, yeah.
If Kingston can pull it off, then that would be cool as well.
Right.
You know, I don't know, and maybe it's just me, a singles match in a long time that Eddie Kingston has won.
Yeah.
So, if he could pull off a miracle, that would be great. But I'm still going to say CM Punk.
A miracle to say the least, yeah. I mean, it seems to be that the booking for certain talent is few and far between. It is what it is. You know, they'll be on maybe Dark Elevation, Rampage, whatever. But, you know, give your talent more time, especially Dynamite time, to be seen and have matches and what have you.
Yeah.
With Eddie Kingston, it seems to be there's no real intrigue on having him go for a championship. Like, okay, it was an All Out. He faced Marrow for the TNT Championship. He had a match with Moxley when Moxley was the AEW World Champion.
Yeah.
I mean, could build him up and, you know, have him go for the TNT Championship again, or the AEW Championship again. Fuck, when Moxley comes back, have him and Mox shit fuck everybody and have the tag titles. Who the hell knows? Punk, I mean, he's still got it. He can still go. He's had some really good matches thus far. It'll be interesting to see what more they will do with him. And I think that's overall Matt's point. It's just, give us more. Rampage. You have a match on Rampage. You hype up the match for Rampage on Dynamite. That's cool. But, like, there's... Like, CM Punk is, you know, not the new guy on the block. Like, he is the new guy on the block as far as AEW, but he's not a new guy on the block in the business. Just, it seems to be there's that I want more feeling. I think we'll get it at some point, but for right now, it's just kind of like, okay, he's been in the company now for a few months. He's had some matches. We're building things up with Punk. Now let's kick it into gear and go somewhere with it. It doesn't have to be for a championship just yet, but like, get some momentum going at least.
Yeah.
And go somewhere with it.
And being a guy who's straight edge, he's taking care of his body. He can still move like he did when he was in his 20s and his 30s.
Yeah.
And why can't you show more of that on Dynamite? Like, once again, who the fuck are you? You're not a fucking main attraction. You're a fucking wrestler.
Yeah. So now we go on to, this will be a very, very interesting match. The build-up for this match has been intense to say the least. The fight they had 2 weeks ago was insane. You got Darby Allin and MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, another straight edge super wrestler. You know, very unique as well. You see this guy who's a stunt double, and yes, I talked a lot about that at one point in the video. A very unique wrestler, and his teaming up with Sting.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how well that would work, but that works out really well.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, you got Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who is one of the best heels in the wrestling business today.
And he's one of those guys that has stuck to the, I'll call it old school tradition of like, you're an asshole on promos, an asshole in the ring, you do a lot meet and greet, let's say. He's always on, he's always in that character.
Like, I can't wait for the day that Wardlow just cold cocks him.
Well, I've been fucking waiting for that myself. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't fucking happened yet already.
Yeah. But, I mean, again, two different styles.
Yes.
It's gonna be an interesting match. Like, I mean, as much as it's easy to say, okay, I want MJF to get his ass kicked and, Darby Allin wins, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at his matches with Chris Jericho, you had the whole thing with the list of whatever, it wasn't called the list. Yeah. Jericho facing Juventud Guerrero and,
Sean Spears
and
Wardlow and
the hardcore dude, Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, yeah.
And so, I'm, losing to MJF, which, it's that saying of the old lion putting the new lion over.
Yeah.
In a way. And I think that's kind of cool. I just think it would have been cool for Jericho to get redemption. And I mean, it kind of happened.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I can't think of a winner in this one.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally go either way. You could want to see MJF get his comeuppance and Darby get the win, or there's gonna be some sort of underhanded tactic on the part of MJF and MJF will win. Who knows, honestly?
Yeah.
It'll be a good match, to say the least, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, we have the AEW Tag Team Championship match. We've got FTR versus the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is pretty interesting. I mean, FTR also have the AAA Championship titles.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. That was. I mean, okay, you put a tag titles on FTR again. Fine. It is what it is. They are definitely getting over as a heel tag team. Even hiding under the ring and hitting, was it Cody? The head with the championships?
Oh, yes.
That was clever. Haven't seen anything like that before. So that was clever. I think, though, that Lucha Brothers will retain. There's no, okay, you had the Lucha Brothers already as the AAA Tag Team Champions. Fine and good. They defeat the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team titles. Good for them. Then they lose the AAA Tag titles to FTR. It's like, okay, fine. But, if you're going to have somebody with more than one championship, you do your best to keep everything separated. Now, when Moxley was the New Japan United States Heavyweight Champion, yeah, it was mentioned, but it was mainly kept separate. he did defend the title a few times. I mean, he had that match with Yuji Nagata, and then, you know, everything happened with Archer, and then that whole thing went down. But, like, have the Lucha Brothers retain the AEW Tag Team titles. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I agree with that. Miedo. Zero.
Zero miedo. Anyway. Yeah.
Now we go on to this match is going to be pretty cool as well. We got American Top Team versus the Inner Circle.
Where you got the Inner Circle taking on the Men of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a very interesting name for a tag team. You got Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, and you got Andre Arlovsky, Junior Dos Santos, and here's a shocker for you, Dan fucking Lambert.
Yep, that fat-faced dipshit himself.
Yeah.
And I mean, I remember, like, 10 years ago, maybe more, watching Andre Arlovsky in Octagon, and thinking, holy shit, I've never seen a fighter with fangs.
Yeah.
This guy was awesome.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's funny because you look at them going back and forth for weeks, and then the recent beatdown last week.
Yeah.
And you got Squeaky McSqueakerton putting Chris Jericho on the, Boston Crab, as he puts it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I gotta give it to Dan Lambert. He has knowledge of wrestling.
Oh yeah, he's got it all. And he knows a lot. He knows pretty much everything.
But it's cool to have that MMA/professional wrestling in the same arena.
Yeah.
In the same company.
Yeah.
You know, I remember many years ago having Tito Ortiz and Quentin Jackson on TNA.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Or, you know, have like Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn in the WWF.
Yeah.
Way back when.
So, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a good match. Obviously, I'll be the predictable and say that the Inner Circle is going to win.
I have a feeling, that's going to happen.
So, I mean, it's going to be a hell of a match. I can't wait to see what's in store. And, I mean, I like Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. But, yeah, Inner Circle for sure.
Yeah. But things were about 50-50 leading up to Full Gear, but after the beatdown on Wednesday, I mean, you could be surprised, but that pretty much was like, now Inner Circle's going to win.
Yeah.
So now we've got this match. It's the finals for the number one contender to the AEW Championship. You've got Marrow and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And I said to Matt, okay, I'm not really surprised he went back to Bryan Danielson, but you know, throw it back. Well, yeah, throw it back. Way far back. You know, being called the American Dragon again, and doing things that he would do prior to his WWE stint. The title mutilation, the I Got Five referee, and just, like, the American Dragon is, like, it's cool to see.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, when he came in, I thought for sure he was going to have Europe's Final Countdown.
Yeah.
But when it's a variation of Flight of
the Valkyries.
Yeah.
And you know, when he debuted on All Out, and I heard that, I was like, Wait, that was his entrance theme in WWE. Why would he bring that over to AEW? And then listening to it, and then it starts with just the beginning of the song, Flight of the Valkyries, and then it goes into this upbeat, up-tempoed, completely different theme. So I was like, okay, that's cool, I like that, it's good. Yeah, it would have been cool for him to have Europe's Final Countdown, but needless to say, his entrance music, it's catchy, you can groove to it, so to speak, and get into it. I mean, it's not terrible, but it kind of just is what it is.
And you talk about WWE giving people shitty gimmicks based on their real life. Cut it out! With Marrow and his whole faith. I mean, you got him talking about, oh, why have you forsaken me? And I'm going to do this and blah. And then he's talking about, talking about her and everything. Yeah, we know what you want, and it's a matter of time before CJ Perry makes her appearance finally on AEW. But in the meantime, why don't you not fucking talk about wrestling and, fuck off with all that other shit. There is no reason for it. You've already talked to death about it. I get it. You're a Christian. I get it. You love your wife. I get it. But talk about something else. Talk about being a fucking wrestler. Talk about being the Bulgarian Brute. But you have to talk about that shit all the time in your promos. And it's stupid. It's very fucking stupid. And it's one of those things where I'm like, I mean, you understand that you have more to you than that. You have that arsenal. You get into the ring, you have the accolade and all of that, and yes, it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a really good match. But the fact is that you had him come in as one of the best men, whatever, with the stupid bleach blonde hair, and now he's finally where he's at, where he should be. Why don't you talk about fucking destroying people in the ring? Instead of, why have you forsaken me? I'm gonna get you, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of stupid, in my opinion, but that's just me. On the other hand, that's gonna be a good match, too. And you got former WWE guys.
Yes.
And I mean, yeah, look at Marrow. He is one of the best wrestlers on AEW right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryan Danielson has had some stellar matches.
Yeah.
On Dynamite.
Yeah.
Phil. And it's going to be a good match to see. It's going to be really fun. I mean, I think it's time for Marrow to get the AEW title.
I mean, it'd be cool to see him as world champion, no doubt. Is it his time yet? Maybe, I don't know. I think he could go at least maybe another month or two, and then get the world title. I don't see Bryan getting it right out of the gate.
No, not yet.
Marrow, I mean, okay, sure, you have him win, then you have him get a shot at the AEW World Championship. Where it goes from there, we'd have to see, but yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we both agree that Marrow is gonna win. It's gonna be an awesome match for sure.
Oh yeah. Match for the AEW Women's Championship, you got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, being challenged by Ty Conte.
Oh yeah, Mamacita. Oh, this is gonna be a good fight too. What I mean?
Oh yeah.
Is it time for Conte to get the women's title? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Britt has been on a roll as of late. I don't even know how many days it's been.
I think it's been over 100.
Yeah. That's less than I thought.
Well, she defeated Sheeta for the championship. I don't remember what pay-per-view that was. It was probably 8 months ago, I'll say, I think.
Yeah. I mean, she's a hell of a champion.
Oh, yeah.
You know. And she's got hell of a stable. Well, you can call it stable. You got Rebel and whatever her name is.
Jamie Hayter.
And, you know, it'll be cool to see what more she can do if she retains the title.
Yeah.
But Tia Conti is one of those wrestlers that could win the title. And she is with the Dark Order. Imagine that. I mean, I don't see any other Dark Order get a title opportunity as of right now. It would be surprising.
Yeah.
But just imagine somebody in the Dark Order having a title.
Oh, I know, right?
And think about it, too. You could have Tia Conti versus Red Velvet, Allie, the Bunny, you know, Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
The list goes on. And, you know, speaking of Ruby Soho, her match with Britt Baker.
Yeah.
You know.
That was good.
I mean, it could go either way. But I'll just say this for my win.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Brett. I think Brett will retain. Like, there's been a lot more of Tay since she departed from WWE and NXT. I mean, she did okay in NXT, but she was utilized so infrequently, there was nothing to go off of. At least now she's been on a tear since day one of her being in AEW and in the inner circle, and so to get to this point and challenge for the AEW Women's Championship is a pretty cool thing. I mean, would it be great if she won the championship? For sure it would be. I just don't know if she will.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, fair enough. I mean, like again, we'll see.
Yeah.
Now we have the main event. We've got Lemmy Omega, or Kenny Omega, depending on what he looks like now, versus Hangman Adam Page.
Yep.
Hashtag cowboy shit.
Yep.
And these two, you know, these two go way back, you know, and it's funny because you knew that those two as tag team champions, it was gonna go either way. Who was gonna turn heel on who?
Yeah.
You kind of figured it would be Kenny.
Yeah.
Because you had him take the title, I think it was the Impact title, with Don Callis, who was previously on Impact.
Yeah.
And so you had that. So you knew right away that Kenny Omega was going to be the top heel.
Yeah.
So this is cool because we've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's time for Adam Page to become the AEW champion.
I think so too.
I mean, Kenny's had a hell of a run. And it would be a shame if Adam Page didn't win.
Yeah.
Now, you had a hamster on a wheel or something that I'm looking forward to hearing.
Well, okay, so, as I mentioned, Kenny Omega seems to be on his own right now. I had read somewhere that he got beat down by, I think it was Adam Cole and the Young Bucks, and he essentially basically got kicked out of the Elite, the Super Clique.
Yeah.
When this was, I'm not sure. It probably was a Rampage or a Dark Elevation or a Dark, whichever it was. The thing is, I don't really know if Kenny is going to be a face, considering the fact that, one, he's still the champion, two, he's one of the top and one of the best heels in the company right now.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's just on his own. On his own. I mean, would it be cool to see Kenny as a face? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There really hasn't been too much of an indication that Kenny is going face, especially with what happened during the contract signing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, where the hell would that leave Don Callis? Because I definitely don't see him as a face.
No.
You know, and that's going to be interesting. I mean, you have Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi in Japan many years ago as a tag team. And I know that Kenny was in Deep South. I think he was a face there. It just would be weird.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. That could happen in the future. But right now, I just don't see it. And I mean, again, him and Adam Page were a face tag team.
Yeah.
So, that was interesting. That was a taste. But I just don't see it right now.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
But honestly, and we both agree, that Cowboy shit Heyman Adam Page for the AEW Championship.
Yes, sir. That was AEW's Full Gear predictions.
Yes.
And as I made mention on our Facebook page, tomorrow we have Full Gear. And then Sunday they're showing WWE's annual holiday tradition of Tribute to the Troops. Matt was saying that it may have already happened, and they're showing it like it happened, and they taped it, and then they're showing it on TV, or they're showing it tomorrow. I don't know.
Honestly, I did. I saw something where there were matches in October, which is odd, you know, because it's tribute to the troops, but whatever. I think there should be a point, if I had the proper equipment, to do another rendition of the first Tribute to the Troops video, since last year I fucked it all up and you basically can't hear anything.
Yeah.
But
then, of course, next weekend we go into Turning Point and Survivor Series for this year.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be another stacked videos, and, you know, we'll eventually get into look back at year series 1995.
Yep.
Obviously, and we'll talk about matches from ECW, WCW, WWF. And
yep,
we'll see from there. And yeah, we're getting close to the end of the year, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, I know.
But anyways, yeah, this is gonna be a good show. I mean, Matt, this is Killer Kyle, and we will see you next week. Deuces.